Hey up folks, Andy here. Welcome back to the boat build. Just doing a bit on top there. We've got this sliding top hatch to make for the doorway. So I've got a bit of angle tacked on up there, and I've made a couple of runners and just having a look at it, see how it works out, because I've never made one before. So we're making it up as we go along as usual. Just have a look what we've got. So we've got some angle iron. Cut there, it's 1.4 metres long, that. And there are my two sides, the slides for the sides. And we've got the brass strip on here. The expensive brass strip at £75 a piece, them. Hey, that's a bit of money, isn't it, for them? 150 quid's worth. Anyway, it is what it is. So they slide on there, and now I've got to make a top plate, because they are going to come forward here a bit, like that, so it closes over the door. May have to cut these bits out each side, I'm not sure yet. So that's the job we're on with today. We'll get that top cover made, so I need to get some steel out, get a plate out, make that top cover, that goes across it, and it's 780 long, 615 wide. That'll give us a bit of a gap there for play. And then we're going to enclose the ends in, and across that opening on the top of the boat, there on the roof, from between them each side, we've got to have a plate to stop any water etc coming into the boat. So we'll get there, let's get on with it. So I've got some 3mm plate out. I'm going to cut it off because I'm not sure whether to just do this flat or try and put a bit of a camber on it. I don't know if there's much advantage with having a camber on, I'm not sure, so I'll cut it a bit wider and try and bend the plate a bit, and we'll have a look if it seems much different or if it's worth doing like that. Right, there we are, cut off. It's slightly wider. Just have a look, see if it's worth putting a bit of camber on. I've had a look up there and I'm not going to bother putting a camber on it. We can do, but it's going to make it really awkward to get it on and off, because I have to put some steel ribs underneath, and it's just going to collide with the handrail and what have you up there, to just mean a lot of messing about to try and alter it so it got this steel work would fit underneath, and it's not worth bothering with. I don't think there's a lot of advantage anyway. It does look maybe a little bit nice if there's a camber, but there's nothing wrong with them. In my boat's not got one, it's just flat. I suppose the majority of boats are, so we'll just do it flat. So we'll cut this off now to its correct width. Cheers, Black God. So we've got that tacked on now. We'll go up top and see if we can slide it on, because I've definitely got the rails behind it. They could interfere, I don't know. There might just be enough gap, but we'll sort it out. Now, it's not going to go on, not with this handrail. So I'd have to cut that handrail back to there, which I don't think is a very good idea, because you need it all the way along. So we're going to have to make it so it goes on from the front, and the back plate will have to be attached, screwed on, once it's up the top here. We can get around it. Would have just been simpler if it had gone on from another way. Anyway, let's crack on. We'll try it on the front. There we are, we have a hatch. So in here there's going to be a, if you can see, oh, get down here. So there'll be a steel across there, so that when the back edge comes up to here, it will collide with that, so it can't come any further forward, and also that stops ingress at water and everything in here. Right, Terry, that's about 8th time I've been up and down there, and that's been on and off about 4 times. So I think I'm getting there now with gist of it, what I've got to do. I've got to trim this off because it's low pit roof, and then I'll get it attached at front to here, and hopefully that will be the front bit sorted out. I've got the back bit to sort out yet, but that's got to be attached once it's on, so I've got to figure that yet. Anyway, we'll get on with this. So the plate's on now. That's what closes over the door. And I've put some white paint on it because I'm going to go and slide it on and push it up to where it should go. So we've got this on here now, slide it in, it'll go up there, over them, then I'll be able to mark off the inside up here, what I've got to cut off on there. Right, we'll go and cut that out. Right, there we have it in its rough state, rather at the moment still. We've got a plate on the back that drops down. That slides open. I've got the insides of the sliding lid to do yet. I'm going to put some angle down the side so it comes down here. That's my next job. And then, my next job to do the inside. I'll take it back off on the bench and then got to make this up here properly, because this has to come on from the front. I want to blind all that so it's all blended in one straight face there, but because of that I don't want to just weld the plate on here, because if the lid ever has to come off, it can't without cutting all the weld off and destroying the paintwork and everything. So I'm going to drill and tap it on here, a bracket on here, and drill and tap through there so we get a nice looking neat job. So that's the next job. That's it for today from me, as I'm going off to get my hair cut hopefully, see if we get to barbers for the shut. It's getting a bit warmer now and I don't want a big rug on my head. Right, I'm going anyway. I'll catch you all in the morning. Morning folks, Andy here. Following day, carrying on. Successfully had my ears moved yesterday tea time. So this is so far with this cover. It works fine now. I know exactly what I'm doing with it. A bit more steel to put in. They're going to go on the inside as runners. It just covers off the gap at the top between inside under the hatch. That you get a gap on the side where it meets where the runners are. So you'll blank all that off, make an easy job. Then to be a frame of steel, we can just put a board of timber in, job done, finished off. And a frame, bit of a frame on the front of that vertical panel, and that'll be the same. That'll be finished off with some timber. So we're having a brew. It's early doors, it's 6:30 in the morning. I need to crack on, so we'll get some early starts now. Like night, mornings are pulling out and that, so let's crack on. I'll go and try that on up there, and I've also got to cut a bit off up there and just move those angles along. So I'll just get that done and we'll come back. Right folks, I've made, they're the two plates that are going to be drilled, countersunk and tapped onto the side of them, that door frame, to stop this hatch coming back. And now I'm just drill 4 holes in that. That's the slide that's on that side of the boat, and the camber of the roof means all the water's going to hold in there. So putting a couple of slots in that so it should drain away. So on the last piece of this jigsaw, which seems to be coming together alright now, so I've got a frame in here. The angle on the boat there runs in through that slot and down there, and this I'm just putting a little frame around it so I can put timber in there and also timber in here. So I've got that one in. I've got one bit to cut there. Just tack that on. I'll cut and tack that one on, and then we'll have it in the boat. Last dry run. Right, we're getting there, Terry. Whew, 3 goes at that little one. Anyway, we're on. Getting heavy now, though. So that's basically the hatch. Timber in there, timber in there. Bobby Dazzler. So hopefully that's it. Spotty dog, I think. I'll just have to gather my end so I can pick it up. Right, we'll go and try it on, we'll have a look. We'll see what all bits and bobs do. There will be, once the board's in here, there'll be, I'll put some brush seals on, so down the edges and whatever, it'll keep drafts out that way. And this back edge here, that overlaps on top, put some brush seals on that. I've still got steel to put on there across the top, that goes under this. Right, come on, let's have a look.